Steph is showing up, bro. Like, Looney showed up here and there. Like, I mean, it was tough. It was a tough matchup against Anthony Davis stuff, but still. Yeah, man. All right. So let me transition to this question for you. Like, we're on the Warriors right now. Do you think Draymond opts in to his contract with that?
I highly doubt it.
So that means he thinks he can get more money. I don't know if he can.
I don't know if he can either.
So I feel like he probably should opt in if he's Draymond Green. But if he opts out, I feel like the Warriors will not offer him that type of money. He's in a good situation. He can stay. But like you said earlier, man, he could be trying to go to I don't know. Maybe he's trying to go somewhere else. We'll talk about this pre-show, but like pre-record,
he's a big fan of LeBron James. That's all.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like,
so, yeah, man. I if I was Draymond, yeah, I would be opting in. But the way things are looking, I don't know. Obviously, I think they kind of got over. We all kind of like glanced over the situation at the beginning of this season with him and Jordan.
Yeah.
But yeah, now not only that though, he had some moments even in this year's playoffs where his not necessarily his play, but his approach, his attitude, his, you know, outside of basketball like skill stuff can be a big part in things. And we see today that what you do outside of these games and outside of the league, it can affect you. So you just got to be careful with your actions. I feel like Draymond kind of teeters that line at times, and that could be a big factor. Organizations want to have the fewest amount of problems possible. So
that's the thing. Dre, but the team want to pick that up and get those things. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still gonna be doing his podcast. He's still doing his other job with TNT. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the only thing, bro. That's one problem I have with this series. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, Draymond proved us all wrong last year, but he did it and still won. But I feel like I don't think he did it after every game in the postseason though. This one was different. He was doing a podcast after every game. I felt last season was different though. I don't think he did it after every game. I could be wrong. Y'all can correct me. But doing it after every game, that's tough. I mean, I agree that people should have an outlet to voice frustrations and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But that's literally like another
profession.
Yeah, man. It's another profession. It can be seen as like a distraction somewhat. And what if you reveal things that could be beneficial to the other team based on what you're saying? You know? What if you're adding more fuel to the fire or poking the bear, as some people would say?
Right.
You know? Like, what about that area of things? You know? Like, I'm just not a big fan of that. I'm not saying cut out the podcast, don't do it at all. I'm just like, time and place matter.
That's true.
Like, if it's an outlet for you to like do things, do that. But maybe don't post it yet or something like that. I don't know, bro. It's not a good look, man. It's just not a good look, bro.
Nah, I get what you're saying. It isn't the best look. Speaking of the alleged Draymond Green podcast, he had some recent comments on, you know, how this series went, and a particular event, his own teammate, Jermichael Green, decided to post to, I think it was Instagram.
Yep.
LeBron had some comments post game, I think in an interview, talking about just he doesn't practice flopping to like summarize what he said. That's basically what he said. He doesn't really practice flopping. JaMychal Green decided to put the blue cap emoji on his head in the post. Draymond decides to address it and says that that's not really poking the bear. That's more of just LeBron being himself, coming to a game 6 knowing he has to be LeBron James and close the game out because he doesn't want to go back to Chase Center for game 7, saying that it didn't really play a factor in it. And to sum it all up, after the series is over now, LeBron takes to his Instagram with his boy Drake playing in the background for the song Tuscan Leather, and basically referencing JaMychal, bench players talking like starters. But Draymond said it had nothing to do with that, which is interesting. But you see how these things can stir the pot.
Yep.
And it just kind of looks like a jumbled, all over the place type of thing. It's a lot. Like you said, Draymond, there's nothing wrong with having an outlet, having the podcast, doing other things outside of basketball, but at the same time and place, just generally.
It's like, what's your primary job though? You know what I'm saying?
True.
If something I'm doing affecting my primary job, I have to cut something out or make some type of adjustment. You know what I'm saying? You only have so much time in the day and so much effort to give into something. So
100%.
You gotta adjust. And I feel like based on some of the games that he had one good game. For real. Like, I was like, okay, go ahead. It was nice to see that. But like, he had some bad turnovers and just I'm surprised you would do this after some mistakes you made.
Yeah.
That some would say cost the game. Like, stuff like that, bro. That's all.
For sure.
But yeah, man. So I feel like he should opt in. If he doesn't, we'll see how that happens and what happens from there. Other than that, I don't know. We'll see what the Warriors do. As long as you got Steph Curry, you got a chance to be entertaining to watch and competitive to some degree. But if this is it, and nothing changes, they're going to be right here again next year. If not in the worst situation. Because, like, again, the Kings will be better next year. Let them face the Kings again next year. I feel like a lot more people pick the Kings, like, for real. Based on how this postseason went.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. You gotta, I don't know. We'll see. We'll get back to it or not.
But we'll see, man. Warriors are maybe up in the air.